911, what is your emergency?
I just shot my girlfriend and her son for attacking me.
You just shot him?
Both of them.
Are you sure they're both dead?
Dad, I was trying to tell y'all to come and get me. Then they started hitting me, so I shot.
Oh, snap!
I put the gun on the floor. Tell them to hurry. Tell them to hurry up.
Tyrone, we need you to breathe for us. We're gonna get through this. Let's not look at your hands right now. Let's not look at your hands. Tyrone.
Following an explosive dispute on October 21, 2018, Tyrone Johnson made a haunting 911 call to turn himself in after he shot his girlfriend and her 10-year-old son. The circumstances that led up to the shooting, as well as what exactly happened that resulted in two heartbreaking deaths, would prove harder to understand than anticipated. However, even as investigators pry the details from their panicked subject, they will soon find that nothing about his story is as it seems.
It's over for me, sir.
It's not over for you, man, okay? I wouldn't say that.
At 6:45 p.m. on October 21, 2018, the calm Sunday atmosphere is shattered when a 911 call is made from an apartment in East Tampa, Florida. While the panicked caller quickly confesses to shooting two people, the rest of what they say is almost indecipherable given their hysteria.
All right. Is the person still alive?
They're dead.
Is this a male or a female?
Both male and female, they're dead.
You killed them both?
They were attacking me and I killed them.
What is your first name? What's your last name? What? Where's the gun? What kind of gun is it?
It's a Glock 40, ma'am. It's registered to me.
And who were these people?
My girlfriend and her son. We were arguing and they attacked me, ma'am. Hurry up.
We're on the way, okay? We're on the way. Stay on the line with me.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
During the frantic 911 call, the caller can be heard calling out to someone else. For now, it's unclear if another person is in the apartment with him.
Man, sir.
Okay.
I was trying to get them on the phone while they was attacking me. What city? Tampa, Florida.
Are you sure they're both dead?
Sir! Dad, I was trying to call y'all to tell y'all to come and get me while they was jumping on me. Dad.
Sir, talk to me, okay?
Dad, I gotta talk to the police.
I just need you to tell me what room you're in again, okay?
Ma'am, I'm standing at the door, ma'am. I'm gonna have the police call you, Dad.
Are you in the front room? Are you at the front door?
I'm standing here when they come in, ma'am. I'm unarmed. I laid the gun on the floor. I put the gun on the floor. Tell them to hurry. Tell them to hurry.
We're already almost there. Sounds like they're there. Stay on the line with me, okay?
They passing by, ma'am. Hurry up, ma'am. I can't talk to you right now, Dad.
You need to just stay on the line with me, okay? The deputies are coming.
I'm sitting here with the door open.
All right. Will you talk to EMS if I put them on the line?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Stay on the line. Don't hang up.
Deputies from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office arrive on the scene soon after and find Tyrone Johnson sitting on his porch, screaming and crying while holding a cell phone with blood on his hands. He surrenders without incident and begins screaming, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry," as officers handcuff him. As officers place him in a police vehicle, Tyrone struggled to walk, not putting pressure on his right foot. While this detail may seem inconsequential, it will later prove to be a turning point in the ensuing investigation. Once he's brought to the station, Tyrone's panic only increases once officers settle him into an interrogation room, setting the tone for a frustrating and exasperating interview. However, when the eventual truth and the inconceivable motive will finally be revealed, it will leave the detectives reeling.
You put your hand down. Would you like a big water or anything like that? No? Okay.
In between gasping for breath, Tyrone manages to tell the officers that he's a veteran.
Tyrone, we need you to breathe for us, all right? Because if you're hyperventilating, if you can, just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do it with me, ready? You got deep breath. There you go. There you go. Just breathe now.
The detective's calming words only help for so long.
We're gonna get through this, okay? We're gonna get through this. We are. Just breathe for me. You sure you want a glass of water or something like that? Water? You want water? Okay. We can do that for you.
Continuing to hyperventilate, Tyrone manages to tell the detective he's 42 years old, was in the Marines for 10 years, and that he'd been homeless at some point. While he doesn't expand on this last detail, Tyrone's previous employer spoke with police, giving some insight into his background. A year prior to this incident, he'd worked at the Office of the Attorney General as a paralegal for 6 months until September 2017. His employer mentions that during this time working with them and after, he struggled to find steady housing.
I knew that he was very frustrated with the VA because he didn't have housing, and I think he was living couch to couch. I didn't know that he didn't have a place to live until he kept disappearing on us.
While details are sparse for now, Tyrone finally begins to show signs that he may calm down after one of the detectives returns and he takes a drink.
Let's not look at your hands right now, okay? Let's not look at your hands. Tyrone, listen to me. Listen to me. Tyrone, hear me. Look at me. Don't look at your hands right now, okay? Listen. Here's what I want to do, man, okay? My name's Joe, okay? I'm a detective at the sheriff's office, okay? This is Dave. He's my partner, okay? All we want to do is make sure that you're okay right now, okay? Are you hurt?
I was trying to leave.
Okay. Well, we're going to get to that, man. But listen, right now, I want to talk about Tyrone for a second, okay?
After guiding Tyrone through more breathing exercises, he finally can begin to speak to the detectives.
Do you know where you are right now, Tyrone? Where are you?
Jail.
You're not in jail. You're not in jail. Okay? You're over at you're at a police station, okay? You're at the sheriff's office in one of our interview rooms, okay? Do you understand that? Okay. All right. Listen, man, I do want to get to what happened tonight, okay? There's a couple of things I want to go over first, okay, to make sure that you're okay. Are you hurt or injured right now?
Just my leg, sir.
Just your leg? What happened there?
I had surgery 3 weeks ago.
You had surgery 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. What was it for?
War injury.
A war injury?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
I got crushed by a howitzer base plate, sir.
Oh. Okay.
Tyrone also manages to share that he moved from South Carolina to Florida in order to be with his girlfriend, Stephanie Willis. Now that he's calmed down enough that they can understand him, the detective proceeds to read him his Miranda rights.
Tyrone, I want to, before we get into what we got to go into tonight, okay? I want to talk to you about what happened, okay? Because right now, myself and Dave are going to be the people who want to listen to you, okay?
Tyrone agrees to speak with them and signs his rights. Please note that the police department has made redactions to the interrogation footage, including Stephanie's name.
Can you tell me what happened tonight?
I cooked. We had dinner.
You had dinner?
And I changed the TV.
I'm sorry.
I changed the TV.
You changed the TV?
To football.
Okay.
And we started arguing.
Okay.
And she was watching music videos.
Okay.
This answer about what incited their argument will later reveal the shocking truth behind a sinister secret that Tyrone is hiding.
I see why your son is like a... Because you are...
Hold on, Tyrone.
Yes.
Slow down for me. I can't understand what you were saying. What? Can you repeat that for me?
She said, I see why your son is like... Because you are...
Okay.
Tyrone has 5 children. One of his sons died 10 months earlier, something which Tyrone alleges Stephanie mocked him about.
And I called my dad, and I said, come and get me
Okay.
in the morning.
In the morning?
I'm packing my stuff.
Okay.
And I was getting my stuff, and she began to hit me. And I fell over my knee roller, and I was trying to get my crutches so I could continue getting my stuff.
Uh-huh.
And she was going to throw the PlayStation at me.
Okay.
And I was down, I fell. And when she was trying to know the place that you had me.
As words fail him, Tyrone attempts to act out what he claims happened next. However, unfortunately, it isn't much clearer.
It's just, I was trying to...
I know you were, Tyrone. I know you were.
Given how jumbled and hard to follow Tyrone's story is so far, the detective tries to find something they can verify.
What room were you in when this happened?
In the master bedroom.
The master bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the officers don't know yet is that this seemingly insignificant detail is actually crucial to understanding the truth of what really happened.
You were down on your knee?
I was on my knee roller trying to get my bag.
Knee roller.
Your knee roller. Oh, I'm sorry. Like one of those things with, to help you walk?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand. Okay.
And she pushed me off.
She pushed you off of it?
Yeah, I was trying to get my crutches.
Okay.
He picks up the story after he called his father using Facebook Messenger.
And he said, what? And then I kept asking her to stop. And when she was throwing the PlayStation, I just started.
How many times did you fire, Tyrone? You don't know?
I just get...
Okay. Where was her son?
Stephanie's 10-year-old son, Ricky, lived in the apartment with her and Tyrone. He wasn't Tyrone's biological son. Tyrone had briefly mentioned Ricky in his hysterical 911 call.
Sir, talk to me. How old is the son? You killed...
They were jumping on me, ma'am.
Ricky was known by most of his neighbors as a happy and kind young man who often offered to help them and take out their trash. Videos from Ricky's YouTube channel show his excitement for life and the love he had for his mom.
I'm gonna be on a TV show, and that TV show is called... This would be the part that goes, duh, but I'm actually gonna tell you it's gonna be America's Got Talent.
The eerie secret that Tyrone is hiding about Ricky's death will eventually turn the case over its head. Please note his name has also been redacted from the police footage.
He ran in
He went out and then he came back in? Was he hit the first time or did he...
I don't know. I just get...
Was he saying anything to you? What? What was he saying? You heard? You heard my mommy? Hold on, Tyrone. I'm just trying to understand you. Just calm down. Did he say you hurt my mommy? Is that what he said? Yes?
Once again, Tyrone falls into unintelligible hysterics.
Tyrone, man, this is, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
After slightly composing himself, Tyrone tells the officers that he and Stephanie had been together for a year, and he'd recently moved back into the apartment after briefly moving out.
What made you move out in the first place?
I think we had argued.
You had argued?
A couple of weeks before the surgery.
Did you guys get into it a lot before? On arguments? I'm sorry. Yes?
I just...
You don't know? I know this is a lot right now, Tyrone. I do. I'm just trying to understand what happened to that, okay?
Without much prompting, Tyrone then makes a surprising confession, one which could help to decipher what actually happened. There was a witness to the entire incident.
I was on the phone with my dad packing my stuff.
Were you on the phone the entire time with your dad during this?
Yes.
When the shooting happened and everything?
I said, stop.
Given that trying to get a clear answer out of Tyrone so far has been like pulling teeth, the fact that they may be able to verify his version of events with his father, who heard the entire incident on the phone, must seem like a lucky strike.
I'm talking to the police, Dad.
He had called 911 using the phone in the apartment and used his cell phone to talk to his dad at the same time. As it will turn out, however, the evidence the investigators truly need to reveal the horrific truth is not going to come from Tyrone's father. They will soon uncover that it already awaits them at the scene of the crime. For now, they return to the details of what happened that night. The officer asked Tyrone to clarify where Ricky had been when Stephanie picked up the PlayStation.
You said earlier that ran out of the room and then came back in.
Came back in, sir, and I just kept firing.
When he came up to you, did he hurt you at all?
He was just always hurt. I pushed him.
He was just on you, and you pointed to your left side.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you just pushed him off him.
Yes.
How big is?
He's
Do you think he was just protecting his mama?
I did.
You think so?
But I wasn't. The only way to noise was like that. And she kept pushing me off. That's it.
You think he just maybe misunderstood the situation?
I think so, sir.
Hearing Tyrone and Stephanie arguing, Ricky had come running into the room and pushed Tyrone. After this, Tyrone picked up his firearm.
Do you remember what you were aiming at?
I just started firing, sir.
You just started firing?
Yes, sir.
What did she, when you started firing, what happened?
I remember she fell and then I rolled over and oh my God. Coming back and I just started firing.
It was coming back and you just started firing? Is that what you just said? I don't.
Soon after, Tyrone made his haunting 911 call. In order to gather more details, they changed topics, discussing the firearm.
Let me ask you this. How did it get to where it got to today? The gun?
Keep it by the bed.
By the bed?
I moved on top.
Is it locked up?
No, sir, I just keep it.
You just keep it there?
All the time.
Okay. Do you keep a fully loaded magazine in it?
Yes, sir.
You do?
All the time.
Okay.
Tyrone clarifies that the firearm isn't just near the bed, but he actually keeps it on the floor near his hygiene bag. The firearm in question was recovered from the scene. Just as he claimed in his 911 call, it was found in front of the TV, along with an open folding knife. Tyrone had actually mentioned this knife in his 911 call.
I put my knife and everything on the floor.
You had a knife too?
No, ma'am, it was in my pocket. I just took it out. I'm unarmed. Hurry up.
And when you fell today, you fell near that?
Yes.
Okay. Did you say anything when you picked it up, or what happened?
I didn't say anything.
When the detectives try to dive into Tyrone's background with Stephanie, he explains that they'd met initially in childhood in North Carolina. However, just as the detectives are making progress, this topic suddenly sends Tyrone back into hysterics.
Let's not look at our hands right now. Let's not look at our hands right now, Tyrone. Tyrone, listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Don't look at your hands. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. Okay? All right, listen to me. Let's calm down. I know you didn't mean it, okay? I know. Tyrone, sometimes I get it. I know we snap, okay? I know.
Despite the detectives' efforts, Tyrone doesn't calm down.
What?
After more breathing exercises, the other detective takes a crack at Tyrone.
This is really tough for you right now, okay? I'm having a little bit of a difficulty understanding you. So I need you to take a couple big deep breaths because I want to be able to understand your answers to the questions I'm going to ask you, okay? I understand you're upset, all right?
Once again, they try to clarify what happened with Ricky, as he will prove to be the key to understanding the bone-chilling events of the night. While previously claiming he didn't say anything to Stephanie or Ricky, Tyrone suddenly changes his tune.
So you're on the ground, and she's yelling at you, and what?
He's in there too, and I'm telling him I'm not doing anything to your mom.
Okay.
She pushed me off my road. I'm trying to leave, and he was on this shoulder, and I pushed him off.
When you say he's on that shoulder, what is he doing
like,
to you?
what are you doing to my mom? And I told her, I'm not doing anything to your mom.
Is he hitting you?
No, sir, he was just on my shoulder asking me, what am I doing to his mom?
Okay, so he's just
Yes, sir.
up against you saying, "What are you doing to my mom?"
And I pushed him off of me,
And you
sir.
pushed him off of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This detail will be crucial later in the most heartbreaking way. Earlier, Tyrone had claimed that Ricky had run into the bedroom.
What was he saying? You heard? You heard my mommy?
While it's somewhat unclear the order that things occurred, it's possible that this was after Tyrone had started shooting and had injured Stephanie. Now that he's finally calmed down a bit, Tyrone adds new details to his story.
Well, I'm sitting here, the bed, the wall, my crutches, which I was trying to grab after I pushed off of me. Because I'm not doing anything, I'm trying to leave.
Okay.
And that's you standing there with the PlayStation.
Where's the door?
Behind.
Behind her?
Behind, yes.
Okay. So she's blocking your way to the door?
Yes.
And
I wouldn't say blocking, sir.
But she's in between you and the door?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you sitting on your butt on the floor?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now you push off of you, and you said she's standing there with what in her hands?
The PlayStation.
All right. Show me how she has this PlayStation.
She just has it up like she's about to throw it at me, sir.
Okay, show me where she has it at.
She has it up just like this.
Right here in front of her.
Yes, sir.
What did she say? What she's going to do with this thing?
She was getting ready to throw it at me, sir.
She's getting ready to throw it at you.
Yes, sir. I told her, give me my things.
Okay. What'd you do next?
I just picked my gun up and started firing, sir.
Okay. Did it hit her?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know, sir.
Did she fall to the ground?
She fell, and I just kept firing. And I rolled up and stepped, and then when I was coming back, and I just kept firing.
Okay. All right. Thank you for telling me that. When she was hit, she fell straight to the ground, or did she leave?
I think she fell by my knee roller.
By your knee roller.
Yes.
Still in the bedroom.
Yes.
While Tyrone's story hasn't been particularly coherent so far, his answer to the detective's next question indicates that perhaps he's also not being honest.
Where's the PlayStation?
I don't know where it's at. This time I think it fell over.
It fell over? Did you move that PlayStation at all from the time you fired those rounds until the cops showed up?
No, sir.
A PlayStation with a bullet hole was recovered from the main bedroom. Interestingly, the crime scene footage reveals that Tyrone is either confused about where the PlayStation fell, or he's lying, as it was found not next to Stephanie's body as he claimed, but on top of the bed near his crutches, along with a shell casing.
Did you shoot them when they were on the ground?
I don't know, sir. I just kept firing. I just kept firing.
You made a motion like this, where like shooting down.
Yes, sir. When I looked and I was reaching for Stephanie, I fired. And he simply kept firing.
Are you firing at Stephanie, or are you firing?
I was just firing. And I remember because he had fell and he was.
Tyrone has just slipped up. The detectives will confront him about this later, as soon as they have the evidence they need to confront him with the truth. For now, they let it pass, moving on to try and verify his claim that Stephanie was hitting him.
Can I look at the back of your head?
Sure, sir.
It's a little minor. We'll get a photograph.
Now, your shirt's ripped back here in the back.
Yes, sir, that they was tussling. She was tussling on the back of me before she pushed me off my knee roller, sir.
Tyrone's knee roller can be seen in the crime scene footage, right next to the bed in the master bedroom.
Tyrone, what we're going to do is, we're going to have somebody come by here and photograph you. We're going to take your clothes, okay? And then we're just going to have you sit down for a little bit,
Okay.
and we'll be back with you, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions or anything you want to say? No?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Tyrone, I'm going to be with you every step of the way on this, okay? We got a lot of things to do.
It's over for me, sir.
It's not over for you, man, okay? I wouldn't say that, okay?
The officers get Tyrone's details for his phone so they can reach out to his parents to verify his story. They also get the details for Stephanie's phone so that they can contact her family to notify them that she and Ricky have been killed. As one officer leaves to fetch more water, Tyrone once again spirals into an unintelligible meltdown.
How did her blood get on your hands?
I was trying to I was trying to. I was trying to.
I know. When did you do that? No.
I remember the PlayStation fell, and she fell, and I was trying to say.
And that was I came back over.
And I said it real like he kept firing. He fell and I kept firing.
Okay.
While this hard-to-follow answer doesn't add too much, what Tyrone says next is very telling.
What she said, I see what your son.
Right.
I said, this is over.
I know.
And I called my dad.
Did your dad hear that?
I called him right after that. I said, she said, my son is like.
While Tyrone previously claimed that his dad heard the entire incident during a video call, this adjustment in his story dashes the detective's hopes of corroborating if Stephanie ever made this statement. They did speak with his father, and he said that during their video call he saw what he thought to be a hand swatting at the back of Tyrone's neck, and later heard 2 gunshots. However, he didn't hear the beginning or the rest of the altercation. The officer leaves again, this time to get the crime scene crew to collect Tyrone's clothing, abandoning the other officer to listen to Tyrone's hysterical crying alone.
It was such
Finally, the crime scene crew is ready, and so the detective explains to Tyrone that they need him to take off his clothes, put them in separate bags, and that they will supply him with new clothing. Tyrone's response is one of panic.
Do you understand? Okay.
Sure.
All right. You're good right now. Get your arms out. Relax. Relax. I know this is difficult, right? What? I don't know how this happened, man.
As his clothes are being processed into evidence, Tyrone becomes deeply emotional.
I'm sorry, son.
Tyrone, I just got a question for you. When you came back into the room, were you scared of him?
No, sir.
Despite this claim now, during the 911 call, Tyrone has said that both Stephanie and Ricky had attacked him.
And I started hitting me, so I shot.
Where did his body fall?
Right beside his mom, and I just kept firing.
Okay.
There's a very good reason they are once again inquiring about where Ricky fell after being shot. There are quite a few things about Tyrone's story that just aren't adding up, and this is one of them. For now, they leave him in the interrogation room. Despite being alone, he isn't quiet, and after a few minutes, he can be heard talking to himself.
I'm so sorry, son.
For much of the time he's alone, Tyrone simply stares down at his hands before he once again begins to cry. Throughout the interview so far, it's been clear that Tyrone's injured foot and subsequent limited mobility are central to the events of the night, though perhaps not exactly in the way investigators may currently believe. Tyrone's previous employer supplied some interesting background about his injury.
When he first started here, did he have any injuries or anything that you're aware of?
If I was aware of an injury, and I don't remember because it was over a year ago that I did the interview, he had no physically, visually, I did not notice any injury. He was not walking with a cane. He was not limping. He was not complaining, and he did not mention any sort of pain.
Yet, as investigators will soon learn by the end of his employment, things had dramatically changed for Tyrone.
When he left here in September, I'm telling you, there was a clear deterioration in his health, be it physical and mental. I don't know a diagnosis, I'm not saying that, but he was distracted, he was more irritable, he became openly frustrated. So in the 6-month time period, you saw him go from someone who would sit here like you and I are sitting here to I gave him the opportunity to resign because he could not do the work here. He was not reliable, he was not dependable, and his disposition had changed.
She also mentioned that Tyrone was using a cane the last time she saw him.
As a result, I had contacted my HR director. I was really worried. I was worried, and I even said this to them, I'm really scared he's in a hotel room somewhere or somewhere dead.
It seems that Tyrone had started on a downward spiral a year ago, but no one could have imagined just how far he would fall. or the fact that he would take 2 lives with him. When the detectives return to the interrogation room, they have the evidence they need to confront Tyrone about the undeniable discrepancies in his story.
I just talked to one of my partners over at the scene over there. I gotta clarify something, man. Okay? Why is there blood in the room?
I don't know, sir.
The detectives have just asked a crucial question. They found blood in Ricky's bedroom, but so far Tyrone has been adamant that the entire incident took place in the master bedroom. Even during the 911 call, he made a similar statement.
Sir, where are they in the house?
Laying on the floor, man, running up.
What room are they in?
In the master bedroom, man. I'm standing right here.
Footage from the crime scene reveals that this, at least, is true. Both bodies were found lying directly next to each other near the door of the master bedroom.
The other side of this is Tyrone's a cold-blooded murderer who killed a child tonight.
No, sir.
Okay. Then why is there blood and shell casings in his room?
I don't know, sir. I didn't mean to kill nobody.
Okay.
Despite Tyrone's adamance, the crime scene paints a very different and horrifying picture. Droplets of blood can be seen on the carpet leading into Ricky's room. As well, a shell casing is found lying next to one of Ricky's toy action figures, along with spots of blood and bullet holes on the wall over his bed. Back in the interrogation, they hit Tyrone with the truth of what the crime scene suggests.
But understand, there's also evidence to show that the young man was more than likely trying to get away from you. There's blood on the bottom of his socks, okay? There's blood in his bedroom.
Not only was blood found in Ricky's room, but a projectile actually passed through his wall and entered the neighboring apartment. Police located a hole in the wall behind the neighbor's bed, and one of the residents remembered picking up something off of the floor. Not realizing that it was a spent projectile, they tossed it into the trash where it was later retrieved from.
What it appears is the body was moved. Did you move that body?
No, sir.
Tyrone, remember.
Yes, sir.
Tragic mistake. Cold-blooded murderer.
I'm not a murderer, sir.
Okay. Did you move that body?
No, sir.
Did you move anybody?
No, sir. I didn't mean to kill no one, sir.
Then why is there blood in his room? Explain that to me.
No, sir. I didn't move anyone, sir.
What?
When I looked up and right standing there again,
Where was he standing? Where was he standing?
When I looked up, he was standing there.
How far away from you was she?
Maybe he was, I just picked up the gun and kept firing.
And you fired at him while he was on the ground?
I just kept firing, sir.
Did you fire at him while he was on the ground?
I just kept firing, sir.
Okay.
I just kept firing.
Despite all the evidence, Tyrone maintains he wasn't in Ricky's room. Yet the blood spatter in Ricky's room leads to scattered pools of red in front of his bed, as well as bloody vomit.
You can't explain, though, how there's blood in his bedroom?
I didn't kill no one in his bedroom, sir. I didn't move his body, sir.
How did his body get there, Mac?
And he looked up and he was there and I kept firing, sir.
Still attempting to get something out of Tyrone that can explain the evidence, the detective poses a different version of events.
Or do you want Tyrone is manipulating everything, and he murdered his girlfriend, and then he chased her 10-year-old son throughout the house, killed him,
Sir.
And then dumped his body next to the mother?
I can't chase anyone.
Okay.
Despite this claim in a video taken on October 19th, only 2 days before the shooting, Tyrone can be seen in the background of a clip Ricky filmed, standing just behind his shoulder. Tyrone is wearing the same green shirt from earlier in his interrogation, and significantly, he can be seen standing and walking without any issue at all. Most heartbreaking of all, the evidence in Ricky's room suggests that the detective is correct. Not only does it appear that Ricky ran into this room to try and escape from Tyrone, but blood was found under his bed as he attempted to hide from him, getting blood on his toys in the process. This revelation also indicates that Tyrone's earlier slip-up hinted at the chilling truth.
Did you shoot them when they were on the ground?
I don't know, sir. I just kept firing.
You made a motion like this, where like shooting down.
Yes, sir.
It appears that Tyrone may have accidentally revealed that he shot at Ricky while he was on the ground in his bedroom, potentially while he was attempting to hide under his bed. In a heartbreaking clip from one of Ricky's YouTube videos, he can be seen hiding under his bed because of a thunderstorm.
Thunder in Florida. Lightning. Oh, snap!
Well, there are 2 people dead tonight. Okay? I want to show you a picture. Who's that? Spell her son's name for me.
I swear to God. I always,
Is it?
I always call
You always call her? You don't know her kid's name?
or hero.
Or Hero? That was his nickname was Hero? Sounds like I was trying to protect his mama tonight. That's what I think.
And I wasn't doing anything, sir. The only noise that he heard was me coming off of my knee.
Okay.
While Tyrone has been unwavering in his conviction that everything took place in the master bedroom, blood was also found in the attached bathroom, including on the outside of the bathtub, the walls, and the toilet. As well, bullet fragments were found on the floor near the bathtub and toilet, indicating even more clearly that Tyrone isn't even remotely telling the truth.
Nobody's sitting here saying that you're lying to us, but one thing that we do know is that we have our squad mates at that apartment, and they're telling us something different than what you're telling us. Hold on, just hear me out, okay? Your girlfriend tonight questioned your manhood, and that pissed you off. And then she did the unthinkable. She insulted you by calling you a, and she had the audacity to compare that to what your son did. And that pissed you off, and that made you snap.
I'm not murdered, sir.
Okay? I don't know if you don't understand what we're telling you. But something else happened in his room.
I did not know. Oh, sir.
Something happened in his room.
The detective noted in the police report that, in contrast to his actions, he couldn't see any tears coming from Tyrone's eyes during this confrontation, despite his attempts to appear like he was crying. He also added that Tyrone was sweating profusely. This development throws all of his earlier panic and hyperventilating into question.
I'm going to tell you why I'm going to disagree with you. Because I know that you can move. You can't move great, but I know you can move around because you told me you moved from the bedroom to the outside before the cops came. So I know you can move around.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So it's very possible that you could have moved from the master bedroom to, because he was scared and he was trying to get away from you.
I wouldn't murder him, sir.
I didn't say you murdered anybody. It's an accident. Could have been an accident.
I wouldn't do that, sir. I just wouldn't murder him.
Well, you're the only one with a gun, right?
Yes, sir.
So there's only one explanation for the shell casings and bullet holes in his room.
I'm not running from it, sir. My life is over.
Why is your life over? Tell me why.
I was just trying to leave.
Why is your life over?
And I made a terrible mistake.
You made a terrible, terrible mistake. And what was that mistake?
You said they died. And I tried to call for it.
This slight admission leads detectives to press Tyrone on why he may have been emphasizing his injured foot.
Tyrone, how much time passed from the time that you went outside and called for help?
Not even a minute.
Not even a minute?
No, sir.
That's pretty fast.
While Tyrone doesn't offer an explanation, investigators found a spent shell casing on the porch where he had waited for the police to arrive.
I was just outside the doorway, just to the gate.
When you went out to the doorway, to the gate?
To the gate right there at the tree, and then I hopped back in because I couldn't see anyone.
How did you do that with that injury?
On this bench, sir.
You hopped?
Yes.
You did that all in 1 minute?
Yes, sir.
With this statement from Tyrone, it becomes clear that he has been highlighting the issues with his mobility for a very specific reason. He simply couldn't have chased 10-year-old Ricky through the apartment and shot him, never mind later moving his body into the master bedroom next to Stephanie if he could barely walk. The question remains, though, is this injury actually so bad that it would prevent Tyrone from committing the crime he's accused of? Or does he just want the investigators to think it is? While he may have been wounded and had surgery 3 weeks earlier, it also seems possible that he may be exaggerating the extent of his injury.
But your story is everything happened in the master bedroom. I'm asking you. Did everything happen in the master bedroom? Is that what you're sticking to?
Sir.
Sorry?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Tyrone, if I can show otherwise, what do you think should happen?
My life is over, sir.
What do you think should happen?
I don't know what you mean, sir.
If I can show that what you're telling me doesn't make sense,
Yes, sir.
what do you think should happen?
I'm going to prison, sir, anyway.
Okay.
But I didn't murder them on purpose. I didn't kill them. I was trying to leave, sir.
I get that. I get that, Tyrone. I do.
Despite the detective's questions, Tyrone doesn't change his story and the interrogation ends. Investigators at the scene noted that Stephanie appeared to have a contusion to her right eye and it was swollen closed. As well, she appeared to have an entrance wound to her forehead and chest, as well as wounds to her arms and neck. There was another gunshot wound inside her mouth, which broke her jaw. This bullet had been fired at a downward angle and struck her aorta and lung. An autopsy revealed that Ricky had multiple gunshot wounds throughout his body, including his arm, skull, jaw, and neck, multiple wounds on his shoulders and his wrist. His right lung had a contusion and a projectile was embedded in his right femur. There's evidence that some of the wounds were close range, and horrifically, none of the injuries were inflicted post-mortem.
Yeah, step up for me. All right.
It's all right. You have to kill me.
Well, I don't want you to fall.
Tyrone Johnson was found guilty of murder in the first degree, murder in the second degree, and aggravated child abuse. He was sentenced to death for the murders of Stephanie and Ricky Willis. It still remains unclear why Tyrone killed Stephanie and Ricky, and if changing the TV and Stephanie's alleged comments were all just another part of his elaborate lies.